3 weeks ago, my fiancé looked me in the eyes and said the words I never thought I'd hear. I don't think I can do this anymore. We were supposed to get married in 4 months. The invitations were already sent. The venue was paid for. Her dress was hanging in our closet. And now she wants to break up with me. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, what I did wrong, and the painful truth I learned about relationships that nobody talks about. If you're going through something similar, maybe my story will help you avoid the mistakes I made. Looking back, the signs were there for months. I just didn't want to see them. It started small. She stopped texting me as much during the day. When I'd ask about her day, her answers got shorter. Fine. Nothing much. Just tired. I told myself she was stressed about work, about wedding planning, about life. But deep down, I knew something was shifting. Then came the physical distance. She'd pull away when I tried to kiss her. She'd stay up late on her phone after I went to bed. Date nights became rare, and when we did go out, it felt forced. Like she was going through the motions because she had to, not because she wanted to. I brought it up once, asked if everything was okay. She smiled and said, "Of course, I'm just overwhelmed with everything." I believed her because I wanted to. The biggest sign I ignored? She stopped talking about the wedding. A few months ago, she'd bring it up constantly, excited about flowers, the menu, the first dance song. Then suddenly, silence. Whenever I'd mention something wedding-related, she'd change the subject or give one-word answers. I thought maybe she was just burnt out from planning. I didn't realize she was already emotionally checking out. Last month, she started going out more without me. Girls' nights that lasted until 2 in the morning. Weekend trips with friends where she'd barely text. When she came home, she seemed lighter, happier, like being away from me was a relief. That's when the fear really set in, but I still didn't say anything. I was terrified that if I confronted her, it would make everything real. 3 weeks ago, I came home from work and she was sitting on the couch crying. My first thought was something happened to her family. I rushed over, asked what was wrong. She looked at me with this expression I'll never forget. Part guilt, part relief, part exhaustion. And then she said it. "I don't think I can marry you." My brain just stopped. I tried to process what she was saying, but it felt like the room was spinning. I asked her what she meant, hoping maybe it was just cold feet, maybe she needed reassurance. But she shook her head and said, "I haven't been happy for a while. I thought it would get better, that once we got past the wedding stress, things would improve. But I can't keep pretending everything's fine when it's not." I felt my chest tighten. I asked her if there was someone else. She paused. That pause told me everything, and then said, "It's not about someone else, it's about us." Which, let me tell you, is the least reassuring answer you can get. I pressed her. She finally admitted that she'd been talking to a guy from work. Nothing physical, she claimed, just talking. But the emotional connection was there, and it made her realize what was missing between us. I lost it. I yelled things I'm not proud of, called her a cheater, said she was throwing away everything we built over some random guy at work. She just sat there crying, not defending herself, which somehow made it worse. Eventually, I calmed down enough to ask the only question that mattered. "Do you still love me?" She looked at me with tears streaming down her face and said, "I don't know anymore." That answer broke something in me. Not no, not yes, just I don't know. Like our entire relationship, our engagement, our future together was suddenly this big question mark she couldn't figure out. The next few days were a blur. She stayed at her sister's place while we figured things out. I spent every moment replaying our relationship, trying to pinpoint where I went wrong. And here's the brutal truth I had to accept. I got comfortable. I stopped trying. When we first started dating, I was all in. I planned thoughtful dates, wrote her notes, asked about her dreams and goals. I made her feel like she was the most important person in my world, but somewhere along the way, I started treating the relationship like it was on autopilot. I assumed that because we were engaged, the work was done. I stopped planning dates and started suggesting we just stay in and watch TV. I stopped asking meaningful questions and settled for surface-level conversations. I stopped pursuing her. She told me once, about 6 months ago, that she felt like we were more like roommates than partners. I laughed it off, said all couples go through phases like that. But she wasn't joking. She was telling me exactly what was wrong, and I dismissed it. I thought just being there was enough. I thought my presence alone proved my love. But presence without effort isn't love. It's just existing in the same space. The guy from work? He was doing all the things I used to do. He asked about her day and actually listened. He made her laugh. He sent her thoughtful messages. I'm not saying what she did was right. Emotional cheating is still cheating. But I understand now why she was drawn to that feeling of being pursued, being valued, being seen. Because I had stopped making her feel those things. And here's the hardest pill to swallow. I took her for granted. I assumed she'd always be there because she said yes to marrying me. I stopped showing up as the man she fell in love with and wondered why she fell out of love with me. Right now, we're in limbo. The wedding is officially postponed. We told our families there's been a delay, but didn't give details. Some of our friends know the truth. The reactions have been mixed. Some tell me to fight for her, that every relationship has rough patches. Others tell me to walk away, that if she could develop feelings for someone else, she's not the one. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to fight, wants to show her I can be the man she needs, that I can change, that we can fix this. I've been reading relationship books, watching videos, trying to understand where I failed. I even suggested couples therapy. She agreed to go, which gives me a tiny shred of hope, but she made it clear she's not promising anything. The other part of me is angry. Angry that she gave up. Angry that she turned to someone else instead of fighting for us. Angry that I'm here begging for a chance while she's the one who broke our trust. Some days I want to fight for her. Other days I want to tell her to leave and never come back. The nights are the worst. I sleep in our bed alone, surrounded by reminders of the future we planned. Her side is empty. The engagement photos on the wall feel like they're mocking me. I've cried more in the past 3 weeks than I have in years. Not just because I'm losing her, but because I'm realizing how much I contributed to this mess. My friends tell me there are plenty of other women out there. My mom says if it's meant to be, it'll work out. My dad told me that sometimes love isn't enough, and that's the hardest truth of all, because I do love her. I love her so much it physically hurts. But maybe love without action is just a feeling that eventually fades. If you're watching this and you're in a relationship right now, please learn from my mistakes. Don't wait until someone's walking out the door to start putting in effort. Don't assume that because they said yes to commitment, the work is over. That's actually when the work begins. Keep dating your partner. I don't care if you've been together 1 year or 10 years. Keep planning dates. Keep asking questions. Keep pursuing them the way you did in the beginning. The moment you get comfortable is the moment the relationship starts dying, even if you don't notice it yet. Listen when they tell you something's wrong. My fiancé told me she felt like roommates. She told me she felt disconnected. She told me she needed more from me. And I brushed it off every single time. By the time I finally took her seriously, she'd already emotionally checked out. Don't make that mistake. And here's the most important lesson. You can't love someone into loving you back. I'm learning that now. I can't force her to choose me. I can't beg my way back into her heart. All I can do is work on becoming the kind of man who's worth choosing and hope that's enough. And if it's not, I have to accept that some relationships end not because of one big dramatic event, but because two people slowly stopped choosing each other every day. I don't know how this story ends yet. Maybe we'll go to therapy and rebuild what we had. Maybe she'll realize the grass isn't greener and come back. Or maybe this is just over, and I need to start grieving the future I thought we'd have. Right now, I'm in this painful middle space where hope and heartbreak coexist, and it's the hardest place I've ever been. If you're going through something similar, I'm sorry. I know how much this hurts. I know how it feels to watch the person you love slip away while you desperately try to hold on. All I can tell you is this: Don't make the mistakes I made. Don't take them for granted. Don't wait until it's too late to fight for what matters. And if they do walk away, know that it doesn't mean you're not worthy of love. It just means that relationship wasn't meant to survive. I'll keep you updated on what happens. For now, I'm just taking it one day at a time, trying to figure out who I am without her, and hoping that whoever I become on the other side of this is someone I can be proud of.